Hey there, John Stevens here. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary texts and we tie them to an item from maybe the Dollar Tree or the garage or the junk drawer or your kid's room, somewhere, anywhere. This is for the narrative lectionary, and we've moved out of Job, and we are now in 2 Corinthians, and we're looking at the first chapter, verses 1 to 11, and I am so glad that you've stopped by. So we're looking at this, Paul starts off the letter, the 2 Corinthians, the second letter to the Corinthians. He starts us off about talking about affliction, talking about suffering, talking about hope, talking about laying this all out. And it ultimately comes down to this. We have been saved, we have been rescued, we have been given hope so that we might be hope for the world, that we have been blessed so that we can be a blessing. It's like the entire story of the Hebrew Scriptures. Our cup has been full and it overflows so that we can overflow into blessing for the world. So, one of the things I was thinking of, one of the springboards on this is it's strange that this is actually a hot topic, if you will, or a dividing topic. But the springboard for this is wearing your mask. So the question arises, why do we wear the mask? And we have our masks. We've got people on both sides of the aisle getting pulled one way or the other. But ultimately, we wear the mask for the care of the neighbor. We wear the mask so that we might be a blessing for the neighbor that is across the street, so that we might be a blessing for the world. It tells the world we're thinking about you. It tells the world that I've paid attention and I've said, you know what? I'm wearing this because I love all of you. And so that's the springboard. It's short, it's pointed, and that's the direction I'm going. There are so many other ways that you could talk about being blessed to be a blessing, the things that you've done, the gifts you've been given, and so that we might the outpouring of love. It could be that there's some of the things that we've gone through where the person across the street, I might be able to recognize, or I might be able to relate a little bit more. And there's ways that we might tie this into our main sermon. We're talking about that the things that I have gone through help me understand what my neighbor has gone through a little bit more. But for the kids, I'm really looking at wearing the mask so that we might be able to tell the neighbor, I am wearing this because I care about you. My actions speak about what I think about you. They're acts of kindness, they're acts of grace, they're acts of love. So that's the direction I'm going. I'm hoping that can be a springboard. If you don't want to use the mask direction, you can use the blessed to be a blessing, the gifts that you bring. But I think there's something there, and it can tie in, and it can speak volumes, I believe. So, all right, blessings, and I am so happy you stopped by. And you guys, I said this a couple of weeks ago, I've said it probably every other week, but I am so glad you're out there doing the work you're doing. Your congregation's so thankful. And so you are in my prayers, and I pray for you each and every week. Know that. And I don't say it, I wouldn't say it if I didn't do it. I think you hear me. All right. We'll see you next week.